Welcome back to the channel, guys. On last week's video we had this really nice young 10-pointer come in, gave him the pass, ended up switching to a different spot there in the evening, had a jogger run through, so did some still hunting after climbing down right before dark, ended up connecting with this really nice mature 8-pointer here. So in this week's video I got some of the craziest rut footage I've ever gotten, and we connect again with another mature buck.
There's a lot of humidity in the air. The leaves aren't nearly as crunchy as they are midday when they all dry out, so we're sneaking in here. We'll see what we see. I don't know how anybody could hate the mountains. Hard to beat. Really hard to beat in this time of year. A mature buck, that would have been insane. We're in a little rut ball now. I'm less than 100 yards, or like 50 yards from the tree I'm gonna get in. That's awesome. That's exactly what you want to see. Again, I'm lazy, and I did get in here before shooting light, so I was hunting my way in. And that little, like, spike forky buck follow a couple of does right in front of me. Well, they looped back around and basically passed, I don't know, 10 yards from my tree. Didn't bust me or anything, didn't smell me so far, which I don't know how they didn't smell me. That's a good sign. A whole stinky doe walking by. So hopefully another buck cuts her track and follows it right here to 10 yards. That'd be awesome. Feels good this morning, but the wind is up, which is a good thing. It's supposed to be 8-10 mile an hour winds today. So I'll take it. Seems like deer activity is a little bit better when it's a little bit breezy anyway. That was the coolest deer vocalizations I've ever heard. When he pushed her up here under me, she was 10 yards from me probably, he was 15. He was grunting, snort, wheezing, everything. You could just tell he was super frustrated. That fox squirrel gave those deer away. I didn't know that those deer were down the end of this ridge. But when that fox squirrel started going off and he ran up that tree and started barking, they don't do that for no reason. So, just a tip is to just use the entire landscape to your advantage and learn what other animal cues like tell you in the woods. So, squirrels, birds, turkeys, other deer, they're all tuned in to what's around them way more than any human. I figured there was something down there when that squirrel took off like that. So just a quick tip, pay attention to stuff like that, because it was 2 o'clock, 2:30 when they came in. Middle of the day. If that would have been a mature buck and you're sitting here farting around, not paying attention to anything, and just whatever, squirrel starts barking, you're sitting there looking at your phone or eating a snack or taking a nap or whatever, just not paying attention, that can cost you an opportunity. That buck and that doe were 10 yards from my tree. So just pay attention. Take all the clues you can get to figure out what's going on around you. One day, it might help you seal the deal. So, just a quick tip. Had somebody shoot super close to me, so I just tore down. I'm doing a little still hunting now on this slope. Get up here to like a deadfall or something like that, or maybe climb a tree, drink some water, eat some snacks. Just try and resolve my frustration with how many shots I keep hearing in here every day. Morale is pretty low. On the other hand, it's November 8th. And it's like prime time to be in the woods. So, try and stay positive. I'm just gonna keep doing some still hunting, hunt my way out of here and go get lunch. So, wind's good, the wind's up, so these leaves aren't too terribly loud. What noise they do make, I can kind of mitigate by moving when the wind blows. So.
The more I got to thinking about it, after hearing that shot super close to me and just, I don't know, general funk that I was getting from the woods there, I decided to just hunt my way out. And as soon as I got to that new area, I had this little doe fawn pop out not 5 yards from me as soon as I sat down.
in this little crossing right here in front of me, where this little abandoned pond is back here in the timber. There's a scrape on it. This is really the only spot I've gotten pictures of that big 10-pointer that was in here during, I guess, October, really. I don't know where he's at now, but it's the rut. And I've only got 1 hour left, so this is an easy spot to get to just sit real quick. So, sitting in this little dead ball and hoping he comes down and just gives me a shot right here, about an 80, 100-yard shot. So, we'll see what happens. Hopefully he's bedded up here.
For those that hunt the timber a lot, you know the last 10-15 minutes it kind of gets dark in there and you can't really shoot, even though it's still legal shooting time. So I decided to sneak out to this old pasture and just class it here the last couple minutes of legal light. It wasn't more than a couple minutes of me being up there when I heard what sounded like a deer walking right where I had just set up, and gave it a couple grunts, and you'll just see what unfolds here.
Holy crap. Holy crap. Holy crap. I hope I hit that deer. I heard something walking, so I grunted a couple times. He grunted back. Dude, he came running right in. I'm gonna reload and go down here and see if he's down. That was absolutely insane. I wish I would have sat where I was. I wish I wouldn't have moved. He would have walked literally right by me. I'm gonna walk down here and just check for blood. I thought I heard him go down, but I don't know. I can smell him. He was standing like right here. He was like right here when I shot him. That's insane. I had to shoot through all that stuff, but I was right there at the hay bales.
Where's he?
Like right here. There's a deer right over here, I heard. So I might just back out, but I grunted. I wish I was set up down here. I wish I would have just sat there. But he ran up this way. I'm not gonna go back there. I'm gonna wait. But he's looked really nice. He was grunting. He came running right in. It was nuts. I can smell him right here. I can literally smell him. I wish I could find blood. I don't know if that was him. He got up back there, another deer. I can literally smell him. I don't know if you can smell him. I can smell him. I think he ran through this. If I heard him go down, he's not more than 100 yards got blood right here. I got blood. Yeah. Tiny little bit right here, see it? Tiny little drops. Right here. Right here. That doesn't make me feel very good about this one. It's not a lot though, it makes me nervous. Makes me really nervous that that was him right there.
Some. A little bit more.
It's just water. That's it. It's just watery. It's not. That was him. Let's just back out. Alright, I think he plowed through this. See how it's all laid down. I think he ran. There's some blood right there. There's a bunch right here. See it all?
How high is it?
Like, I mean, chest high. Look at it.
That's good.
There's some more.
There's more.
This has bubbles in it. This has bubbles in it.
See?
There should be some right here. Yeah, right here. You can see running through this. That's blood right there. Hold on. There's more in that grass.
There's chunks.
That's got bubbles in it.
What?
There's more right there. He's finally bleeding a little bit. There's some. Right there. Yeah. Oh, he's dead right there.
Oh yeah.
Holy crap.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
That's him.
Dude. Holy crap. Jesus.
Perfect shot. I don't know why he didn't bleed.
Holy crap. That's about the size of that one I've seen coming in.
Dude, look how big his neck is.
Oh, this thing.
That's
Twice the size
Chungus.
of mine.
That's Chungus. That's crazy. I haven't gotten any pictures of him.
Mine was sitting inside of him.
We should definitely get a picture of them both together. It'd be sweet.
No. Yours would eat mine.
Sweet.
Huge.
Very nice buck.
You mount him?
No, I was still European, man.
Really?
I wish you could have been here to like hear like I grunted a couple times when I was sitting down there, and I'm not kidding. He would have walked 2 feet from me. I was sitting at this dead tree down here, overlooking that scrape.
Look how hard he was rubbing that pine. He's about that size.
But when I got to the hay bales, I was just gonna sit at the hay bales and look at the field for the last 20 minutes.
God, he's huge.
I was just like, screw it, I'm just gonna grunt a bunch. So I just grunted real loud, and I heard real faint. I just heard burp,
Oh yeah.
burp, and I was like, no way. So I grunted a whole bunch more, and I heard him. Like you could hear him tearing through trying to find me. And I grunted at him again after he grunted. He was just like, you could hear him like freight training through. That was crazy.
He's huge.
That's a nice deer. I was not expecting to see this thing. I was expecting that little forky buck I've been seeing to come out. Got really cool brown thing. Alrighty folks, here he is. Got pretty nervous about that shot. I had to shoot through a bunch of these little stick weeds. I just came out to set this field for the last 15 minutes of daylight. I was down here sitting this trail where it leads down to this pond, and there's a little scrape on the edge of that pond, so I can just shoot about 100 yards down. And I did some light grunting over there earlier in the evening. Didn't see anything down there, and saw a little button buck, so came out here to set the field, and basically just was sitting out up there, didn't see anything, and every, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes I would grunt, and I heard a real faint, just burp, just real faint grunt. So I grunted right back at him, and it sounded like a freaking bulldozer coming through the woods. I mean, you could hear him thrashing trees and stuff. Sure enough, he came walking up that path, all teed up, bowed up, with his ears back, looking for a fight. And yeah, I was pretty nervous. The blood trail was super spotty. I mean, I thought it was just like a flesh wound at first, and looking at the entrance and the exit, I mean, I'd say it's probably a heart shot. I mean, I broke the entrance side, shoulder, and then it exited right off the elbow on the other side. But yeah, I mean, just super lucky. Mature bucks like this don't seem to come around too terribly often. So when they do, I really like to appreciate them, go over all the little details of them, the intricacies, you know, just the unique characteristics that each one of them has, because they're pretty special animals. When they reach a certain age, you know, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever years old, they're just a different animal. I mean, just totally different than those young 2, 3-year-old bucks. These old, big, mature bucks like this, just, they know the deal, and they've been around the block a time or two, so when you get a hold of one, it's definitely special. I mean, he's got split brows. He broke this one off. His beams are just gnarly, like just real long beams, just a big frame, just a really cool buck. And I had got this buck on a scrape. It was at like 5:30 in the morning, mid-October. And ever since then, I've never seen him, never gotten a picture of him, nothing. So really didn't expect him or have any, you know, indication that he was really around at all. So when he popped up last night, I really didn't know what buck it was, because when he came in, it just happened so fast. I mean, I grunted, and it had to have been within a minute or two maximum. I mean, he was 30, 40 yards from me by then, and I was taking a shot, just trying to focus on making, you know, a good shot on him. So yeah, just, it's always better just to, you know, take them in and appreciate them in the daylight like this, and just look them over, because they're just special, just real special critters when they reach, you know, full maturity like this. So real cool buck. I'm really happy about that shot. I was super nervous about that shot presentation, because with the way he came in, it was just, I mean, it was like an all or nothing kind of thing in my mind. There was just so much brush in the way, just like those little standing stickweeds. I don't even know what they're called, but my whole field of view basically in the optic was pretty much, you know, clustered by those things. And when he stopped, I mean, he's perfectly broadside. You couldn't get a deer more broadside than he was to me. I really focused on trying to find the silhouette, the outline of his back, and then his front leg. So I was really trying to focus on that shape, because I was getting, you know, the last 5 or 10 minutes of legal light there. So, you know, it was getting pretty dark. But yeah, just hit him absolutely perfectly. I mean, it was right in the heart, pretty much. Broke the entrance side shoulder, and then it exited right here, just behind the opposite side shoulder. And I mean, you really couldn't ask for anything better for a shot placement. But the thing that really worried me was when we were, you know, standing there looking for blood, you could smell, like I could smell this buck where he was standing and the direction he went. So, you know, it was 5 or 10 minutes of me looking around for blood, and I was just getting nervous, because I was fully expecting there just to be a fantastic blood trail. I mean, I'm shooting a 275 grain bullet. It's a Fury 275 grain bonded bullet out of that smokeless muzzleloader at 2,600 feet per second. So it's a gnarly combo. So when you hit one at 40 yards, I kind of expect a little bit more, maybe on impact. And I got a pass through, but it just wasn't a, you know, a large exit. So just real spotty blood. So combined with my initial thoughts of, you know, the obstructions, you know, from all those stickweeds, and then the combination of like real minimal blood trail, I really kind of had my doubts. I figured I'd hit him, you know, low in the leg down here, and it was just kind of a flesh wound. I had walked around where I thought he had ran, and I heard a deer kind of bound. It just made a couple bounds and then stopped. And I was like, man, that's gotta be him. Like, I don't know, just had that bad gut feeling. Just like, this is not good. I really should just back out. And, you know, then my brother got there.
And I just wanted to give it, 20, 30 yards because I heard him run and take off. And then it was just totally silent. And there's a path down there that's mostly grass. So you're not really gonna be able to hear like leaves crunching, or I didn't hear like that big, typical crash sound when they just die running on their feet and slide into something. So I was nervous about that, but he didn't make it more than 40 yards. I mean, it was just perfect, like absolute perfect shot. Just the blood trail wasn't very good. So, it all worked out in the end, and I just really didn't expect that at all last night. Just that last hour of daylight, and it just all came together. I mean, grunting one in like that was just, he came in plowing, and you can hear it. I think you can hear it in the video. Like, he is thrashing and raking the tree and just tearing stuff up on his way in. And you can see, I'll get some better video, but you can see all, like, there's pine sap and chunks of bark all in his bases and on his beams where he was thrashing stuff. And I think that's from where he was actually coming in. Like, I really think he did all that pine sap and stuff from the trees that he was shredding, like literally working his way in, coming to fight me. But yeah, it worked perfectly, so I really couldn't be more happy. I mean, that was a really welcome surprise, seeing his white belly up on top of that little knoll. Once he crossed over, he just died on his feet. He didn't go more than 40 yards, so. But real nice deer. Very, very pleased with him. We've got one more tag left for another buck. And we've got, of course, a bear tag. Thanksgiving's coming up. I have always wanted to kill a turkey on the 1 day turkey season on Thanksgiving Day. So that might be the goal for the rest of November. Try and find a bear and then get on a turkey here on Thanksgiving. So I really appreciate everybody watching, and just the general support the channel's gotten over the past year. I've tried to put some more effort into these videos and just content in general. I'd love to hear how y'all's season is going in the comments, or if you've had any luck or mishaps, or just in general how November is treating you, because over here in the mountains, can't get much better than this. There's not much to complain about when you get cracks at 2 mature bucks within a week. So we still got a couple days off here from work. We're gonna get this European mount done, and yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.